The story of sheep domestication is a tale interwoven with human history. It began approximately 11,000 years ago. The setting was the Fertile Crescent, a cradle of civilization. In central Turkey, at a site called Asikli Hoyuk, archaeologists uncovered evidence of early sheep herding. This marked the start of a long and fruitful partnership between humans and sheep. The domestication of sheep was a pivotal moment. It provided humans with a reliable source of food and materials. Sheep provided meat, milk, and wool. These resources enabled human societies to grow and thrive. The relationship between humans and sheep would profoundly shape the course of history. By 8,000 years ago, humans started to actively shape the sheep population. Early farmers, particularly in Europe, began to practice selective breeding. They chose sheep with desirable traits and bred them together. One clear example is the selection for coat color. Ancient DNA reveals a fascinating story. Around 8,000 years ago, there was a selection pressure near the KIT gene. This gene is associated with white coat color. This finding suggests that early farmers preferred white sheep. Perhaps they found white wool easier to dye or process. Whatever the reason, this is a remarkable example of humans directly influencing animal biology at a genetic level. As humans migrated, so did their sheep. Around 8,000 years ago, the genomes of early domestic sheep started to diverge. Sheep in Europe developed distinct genetic signatures from their counterparts in the East, in regions like Iran and Central Asia. This divergence mirrors the geographical separation of these early sheep populations. Interestingly, the story doesn't end there. Around 7,000 years ago, there was a westward movement of sheep genomes within the Fertile Crescent. This coincides with the spread of Mesopotamian culture. It suggests that sheep may have been traded or moved as part of larger cultural exchanges. Fast forward to the Bronze Age, around 5,000 years ago. A major migration of sheep occurred from the Eurasian steppes into Europe. This migration left a lasting mark on the genetic makeup of European sheep. By this time, European sheep herds derived about half of their ancestry from these steppe sheep. This sheep migration mirrors human migrations during the Bronze Age. It's likely that pastoralist communities who relied heavily on sheep for sustenance and materials drove this movement. The sheep's journey west coincided with the spread of Indo-European languages across Europe. This highlights the intertwined nature of human and animal history. By studying ancient sheep DNA, we gain a deeper understanding of our own past.